this shit going. Alright, I'm heading to the gym today for Alright, I'm headed to the gym for leg day. I don't know. I don't count my days or anything. I'm mostly doing this for me. I want to be able to look back if I ever become not who I am. Kind of use these for motivation, because I'd say right now in my life, I am the most motivated I've ever been. Not for everything, just for the gym. As far as studying and that kind of stuff goes, I think it's just hard for me. I got that chronic addict. This is obviously heavily inspired by Sammy Silic. Mostly because I just kind of like to watch his content. I think a large portion of why he makes his content is for himself, though. Logging it, being able to look back on yourself, knowing how you sound, what you look like, what drives you. I think that's an important key factor for everyone to have under themselves, which is why when I first started working out, I wish I would have taken more progress photos. I've been going steady, not steady, I've been going for about 2 years now. I missed a couple months this summer. Definitely felt it. Lost a bunch of numbers on my gains, but in the fields that I'm working out for, which is aesthetics, I'm gonna go for a bodybuilding competition later. I just cut somebody off. There's not a huge amount of pressure on how much I can put up. I really am more concerned on what I look like, and that can be hard, especially when one day, there we go, we're gonna drive. One day you might look fine. You might look, like $1 million. Let's go. Sick. And then another day, you might look like shit. And that's not always based on how you look, but a large portion of the time, your muscles could be full of carbs one day, just brimming with glycogen, just full, because you had a great day of eating. And this is mainly just for bulking, as far as I know. For cutting, it might be different. I assume there's still some glycogen buildup, but I've been lean bulking for almost my entire thing. I started out skinny. But as far as tracking progress goes, you might just be huge one day. Just a giant, a behemoth, because of the glycogen. And then another day, you might just be tiny, no glycogen in your system or anything. And that sucks so much, because when you build up yourself like that and you always preference that you're going to be big because of your glycogen stores, and you see yourself as that person, you're not really gonna acknowledge the fact that you've been gaining mass. Because a lot like strength, mass comes in the form of numbers. So if the scale's going up and you see some more muscle definition than obviously fat, you don't just see yourself putting on fat, you're putting in the work. I don't think you should ever discredit yourself. And I think a large portion of that is why it's important to have raw, unfiltered footage like I'm doing right now. Because if I look back on this, I'm not going to be ooh, he looks good. That's a good photo of me. I'm in good lighting. I look great. Why do I look like shit now? Because that's just part of the bulk. I'm bigger now. My stomach protrudes more. My chest is going to be smaller. And I'm not really that concerned with I don't know. I'm not really that concerned with how I'm looking one day compared to another. And I think that's just a fact that everybody needs to put out there for themselves, especially those who are bulking. It's hard, man. It's hard to just exist in a world where you're competing against yourself, when your competition's constantly changing, And the only person who can know your competition is yourself. But, sometimes it's hard to know yourself, even in those cases. And I'm not just referring to, like, knowing yourself as in knowing your body. There's a huge, huge mental aspect that plays into going into the gym. Are people looking at me? Why do I feel so anxious all the time? If one person meets my gaze, like, I personally, even if I'm, like, I consider myself pretty decently big for a natural. I got, like, some high numbers, some decent mass to me. I'm not where I want to be, but I don't think I ever will be. And when I see someone, like, even way smaller or different body type than me, I break out. I'm like, oh shit, was he judging me? Am I doing something wrong? Did I forget to clean something? And it's rough. Just getting judged or judging someone or thinking that someone is judging. I'm gonna wait here for a second. I'm kind of just gonna chill. Thinking that someone is gonna judge you, it's just like, oh, fuck, I'm getting graded on how I'm doing in the gym. But that's never how it is. People, more often than not, will be looking at you because they're impressed, not because they want to put you down. I don't think there's really anybody out there who makes it their goal to put someone down. Like, obviously, I work in retail, or not retail, I work in amusement. So, like, when I see a motherfucker run, I run rides. That's my job. I run rides. When I see a motherfucker run down the hill, ooh, let's go, let's ride this. And I'm working on my classes online, or I'm watching Instagram Reels because I'm lazy and a little bit prone to procrastination. I don't think, oh, what a sweetheart. He must be just so excited to ride this. I think that motherfucker, I'm going to blow his ass up with my brain. And I try to blow him up with my brain. So, but I'm not making it my active goal to put that person down. That's just a feeling I have in the moment because that person is being a little bit of a little shit. Even if it's just they're trying to exist at that moment. That's just how I think. But nobody in the gym is like, they might judge you. Who cares? They might look at you and they might go, I'm so much bigger than that guy. But nobody there is like, man, fuck that guy. He's lifting my weights in my gym. I pay $60 a month to get here, and that motherfucker is lifting my weights. I'll fucking kill him. You know what? Let me go to the computer. Where's this guy live? I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Nobody's actively out to get you. And let's say you get to a machine before somebody else. That person might be like, well, fuck. My machine. Oh man. But they're not gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. And I think people really get it in their mind that people just hate them because of the way they look. It might be true. Who knows? It might be like, let's say you're ripped and you're posing in a mirror in public with a bunch of fatties. Those people who live that sedentary lifestyle might be like, oh man, this guy is such an egoist or whatever. He just loves himself so much. In reality, you're comparing yourself to yourself in that moment. And that's what a lot of people, I'm speaking like a motherfucker. That's what a lot of people do. Even the people who are letting themselves go, living that sedentary lifestyle, they still compare themselves to themselves. Oh, okay, I almost probably flashed that guy. Every single day. There's no people who don't think about who they are. Part of what makes you human is like judging yourself. I hope that makes sense. And it's not like, obviously when you work out, you're going to do it more. I'd say that working out develops eating disorders, body dysmorphia, all that. So it's not just a meme. It's not a joke. That shit's real. It claims a lot of lives just because people can't accept the fact that they look bombastic. They look good. Even if you're just starting out, you look good. And since people can't accept that, it's just, I don't know, just push them down. If you're going from fat to get skinny, I don't know why you want to do that. Being skinny fucking sucks. You lose a fucking ounce of weight, if it's like, it could be water weights. Obviously, don't like thirst yourself, but you get back from a workout and you step on that scale and you see like, oh, I'm 2 ounces lighter. You fucking feel good. I don't know about you, but when I get a full day of eating in and I step on that scale and I see, or I look in the mirror and I see a guy full of carbs and I see like, oh, there's all that food I ate. There's all that work I put in today. I feel good. Even if it's just a little bit, I feel good. But, fuck, where was I going with this? I'm fucking, I read the speed sign and I just lost my train of thought. Oh, what's up, brother? Oh. Anyway, like, you do a little progress and it feels good. The problem with that is the next morning you expect to make the same progress. So if you lose that progress, you feel shit. You feel terrible. Oh, I'm lazy. I suck. But I've seen so many people who are like, dude, I just lost the weight and now I'm like the same. Like I gained it back. And I'm like, okay, so how'd you get it back? Well, I ate 300 surplus or like 300 calories more than what I'm supposed to. And I'm like, cool. You must have the metabolism of a fucking sloth. That makes no sense. You lost that weight. And what happened is because you ate in that slight surplus, your body said, I have more resources. I'm going to put a little bit into the muscle. You gained muscle, or you drank more water that day, or you did something else. If there's food in your stomach, or there's gains being made, and you're lifting heavier than you normally would living in a sedentary lifestyle, you're either going to put on muscle, or you're going to have food in your stomach. Regardless, you're going to have more weight. And so it makes no sense when people beat themselves up or like get mad because, oh, I gained this back. Or especially, and I've noticed this more with women than anything, I don't want to get too bulky. I don't want to get too big. Motherfucker, it takes so much effort to get bulky. You don't want to get too bulky? Eating a deficit, eating a maintenance, you're not going to get bulky. That's just the first law of thermodynamics. You're not going to do 3 push-ups and go, that's not how that works. Like, no matter what your body type is, you're a man, you're going from skinny to muscular, or I don't know why you'd want to do this, but skinny to a little bit fatter. Like eating. Enjoy it. You're a man and you're going from like fat to muscular or fat to skinny. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy that little bit of joy that you get. Like, obviously, I have ADHD, so I'm not one to be like, oh, you gotta enjoy the dopamine, but you gotta fucking enjoy the dopamine, man. You gotta enjoy the process. That's just what that is. I'm turning to the Conoco. I can turn off my lights. Oh, goddamn. Bro flew up. I'm going around. All right. I have no clue what side my fucking pump is on. I just got this car. That progress, even if it's just a little bit, don't ever beat yourself up over that, bro. It's sick. I'm trying not to talk too loud so people don't think I'm schizophrenic, but it's sick. It is so cool. Enjoy that progress. There is 30 gallons of... Oh, no, that's the last guy. I haven't filled up in a while. I'm gonna be honest, I just started driving, but shit's fun. Alright, I'm gonna fill up here. I'm gonna head over to the gym. I might grab some food. Gotta check the money in my account so I can get a new car, though. Alright, catch you later. I don't know what I brought it with. I actually don't even know where my shit is. Classic. Well, I thought it would be pretty mid squeeze. I looked back on the form, it's not terrible, but I could use to grab some more depth to get those glutes. So I'm gonna see if I can get deeper on those reps. Oh, my veins are popping. In my forearm, nonetheless. Let's do that. Alright, for sure, put some solid work in today. My quads were too kind of fucked up to do anything optimal for quad-based movements. I tried for a 315 squat, and it might seem like a lot, but okay, cool. 315 has been in my rep range for a while. I think the main thing is I kind of went for a rep PR last week. Went for a, what was it? 365 for 6. Got 5, gave out. But I'm not gonna let it beat me up. That's been in my rep range for long enough. I think I was really just fucked up for my last day. Then I was cramping quite a bit, so we got some very cool banana pills. Fuck with the banana pills. It was just, and I think this isn't really that necessary. I personally think I get plenty of potassium in my system, like, all the time. But, you know, as long as I'm not taking 5 billion milligrams, couldn't hurt. You take a couple. Ooh, they're weird shaped. I'm not taking it with pre. I'm actually kind of happy I didn't take my pre. I got a landscaping job that's... Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, man. That is not good. Oh, get down there, I go, shit. That took like 3 tries. That's embarrassing. I swear I don't usually choke like that. Oh, I'm also probably not gonna make this an everyday thing every time I work out. I'm gonna do like, so I do like a 6-day kind of split. I do push, pull, legs, take a rest day, Arnold, take a rest day. It's like, I don't know. It works for me. That's all that I'm saying. So I might do like legs 1 week, and then push another week, and then pull, and then legs, and then chest and back, arms, legs, I think that just works for me. That was rough. I gotta... Like I said, I'm not really expecting this to blow up. Wow, so popular, so cool. I don't care about that. The main reason I'm making this is just so I can see where I am. I'm eating Skittles. Kind of. I like gummy Skittles. They're so high in sugar. If you're cutting, or if you're trying to stay healthy, don't eat these. I'm not doing either, so. I'm gonna snack on these on the way home. Let's get out of here. Ah, sweet, my car didn't die. One in the battery. Oh, we're good. I want to know if that guy's gonna back up. Whoa. Alright, we good. We chilling. Solid leg day all around. Like I said, I'm not gonna let the squats beat me up. I didn't get any quad work in, but the glutes and the hammies. The hammies were they're exploding. I took that squat. Break. Might have to set them on the side. Oh no, that works. That's solid. Alright, let's get out of here. They were good. I was solid. I didn't get forearm work in like I wanted to, but I definitely think I gave the hammies a bit too much work. Background shell. Yeah, when a single person turns their brains off. It's crazy. Those Romanians, those fucking exploded my hamstrings. Those were good. I think I went too heavy. I'm going to have to deload next week because I love the fact that I might be at 315 for 6. That might be for 6. But if it's not going to explode my hammies and like I'm not feeling it in my hammies as much, I think I do need to deload down to a lower weight. I actually had to go to... No, I didn't. I stayed at 315, but I should have gone to 305 for that last set because I was really feeling it in my lower back. Not because, like, let me put this in a simple way. Not because I was, like, fucking up my form. In the video, my form's good. I dropped it on the last rep because I did start to arch my back a little bit, and I'm not trying to get any work on my lower back because that's a muscle group that you generally don't really work. It works like, it's like core. You work it with everything else. I don't dedicate a day to back. I dedicate a day to core, or I dedicate like an hour to core sometimes, but it typically goes in with my stretching. But when I was doing 315, I felt it like, let me, when you do a lat pull down, right? Sometimes you'll feel it in your forearms just because you're pulling so much weight and your fingers have to hold on. That's how I felt with my lower back. I felt like I was doing so much weight with such a weird and particular movement that I had to use my lower back more than I had to use my hamstrings to stabilize. That's no way. But I do think I could get a solid 225 for the next one. Like I said, I'm not too beat up over like what my weight is because a large portion of the times when I use machines or like stuff that doesn't really use plates, I guess my weight, bro. If it feels hard and I'm getting a good pump, I feel the squeeze, I'll go with it. My strength is pretty relative just to like how I feel. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think when you're starting out, there's definitely something wrong with that. Because you're gonna want to feel like you could do more weight. That's just that's ego. Everybody has an ego. And if it's not ego, it's shame. So I think if you're just starting out, definitely start like recording your weights. But if you're a year or two in and you're comfortable with your form and you've had some people teaching you, you've had the all-around swim with like going to the gym, you've made mistakes, you've done your things, I say do what feels right. And that doesn't just go with like weight. For exercises too. Once you're far enough in, you can start like, okay, let's say I see somebody else do an exercise in the gym and I'm like, oh, I've never seen that before. I wonder how it does. I'm gonna try it. That's my nature. I don't know if it's anybody else's nature, but that's my nature. If I don't feel a good squeeze, or if I feel it in a certain area, I'm gonna try to correct my form a couple times, but I might drop the lift. A large portion of the gym isn't like isn't just blindly copying someone else. You gotta use your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, or if you're not doing something right, or it's just not a solid lift, drop it. Maybe come back to it and but definitely videotape your form. Look at what you're doing wrong. Look online how to compare it, but you got to use your intuition to understand whether or not you're going to be doing a lift good. And that's the baseline. That's it. That's the boom. Oh. I swear I'm not like this out of shape. I do cardio. It's just that gym is fucking hot. Oh, it's solid. I like that gym. It doesn't have as much like equipment as the last one I went to had, but it's like, it's a solid gym. I can't complain. I got more than most people have. Most people, or like a lot of people, work in their garage with rusty weights, and that, nothing wrong with that. If you're getting your work in, and you're not going to hurt yourself, and you're not going to cause long-term damage, go for it, man. But, I'm not going to reject if I have good weights available to me. It's like such a short drive from where I live, too. Solid. Let's see, what other takeaways I got from today? I got that it's starting to get busy after hours. I might need to find a new time to start coming. I don't want to come super late because I got to get up for jobs usually. Like, tomorrow night, I might come a little later because I got that day off. But I'm not too worried. I haven't decided where I'm going to post this yet. I'm going to post it somewhere. I'm not going to make any announcements to it or anything. It's just going to exist. I don't know. I'll probably go with YouTube. I don't think this much raw footage would go well on Instagram. This is 55. I'm going to go to 50. I'm not too much rush to get home. These Skittles are fucking slapping though. Ugh. Anyway. Let's see. Wow. Definitely needed to work on some more knee mobility. I was hitting those squats. I was warming up at 225. Light. Like I said, weights change. And I'd go down. I had good form. I recorded it. And I feel this little in my knee. So I walked backwards on the treadmill for 10 minutes and it's just gone. I'd say I definitely need to incorporate that in my stretching routine. Otherwise, I'm going to end up hurting myself. That's not good. Thank you, bro. Thank you for turning off your brakes. I appreciate that. That's good. What do you got? Oh. I'd say I definitely need to cut back on my caffeine. Because I go in and I usually take like a scoop. I'm starting to think that's too much. Because I took like 4 sips of my pre today. Solid lift. I squeezed on everything. Definitely could have gotten another glute exercise in, but someone just started on their lift. I asked them how many sets they had left. They said 5. I'm not judging, but like, whoa. 5 sets of 12. I mean, if you want the number, you go for it. I think bulking is hard, man. I think when I start to cut, I'll definitely be hitting like some boxing for some cardio. Something like that. But I can't keep eating like this and only hitting like a little bit of cardio. That always sucks. There were some nice dudes in there, They had some solid high school gym bro activity, but they seemed tight. I asked them if they're using the machine. They were really nice about it. They're talking about fitness influencers, about the whole shebang. Cool dudes. I did steal the posing room from them. I feel a little bad about that. I was hitting some leg poses. I only hit like 2, and they didn't get to hit their pose. It's always important to pose, just so you can like get a little ego in that moment. Harvest all the ego you can. Ego is say if you have an ego because you just hit a PR or you're looking big that day, I'd say solid. Keep it inside. Ego is meant as like self-love, and I think people misinterpret that a lot. I don't know the correct definition. I could be totally wrong here, but I'd say if you feel good and you feel solid about something, let it be, man. Oof, I smell hot dogs. Someone's having a grill. There's no point in putting yourself down just because others think you shouldn't be who you are. Like, it's just ridiculous. I think people, I'm not even going to say it's their flaw. I think people are just inherently self-conscious. And when they see someone bigger than them, and I do it too, if I see someone bigger than me, I feel self-conscious. I feel bad about myself. But I don't put that person down. And I don't go, oh, you're just big because you're ego lift, or you're on trend, or you're just a prideful lifter, and that's the only reason you've been bigger than me. No. In my mind, I think, fuck, dude, that guy's huge. I want to be like that one day. Like I look at him and I pick and choose what aspects I want to do. I usually don't talk to him because I have severe social anxiety, but I look at what he does sometimes. I'm not like stalking him. Please. No. I do, like, if I'm lifting and I'm taking a break between sets, because you should spend a large majority of your time in the gym taking breaks rather than, like, lifting. That's where people get beat up. They think, oh, I need to be lifting the entire time I'm in the gym. You should be taking breaks, like, just constantly. Like, okay, this isn't going to work for everyone. My car's gonna fucking explode. This isn't gonna work for everybody, but for me, it's like 2 to 5 minutes between sets. And that seems like a lot. That seems like a ton of time. But after I do those 2 to 5 minutes, I may not be as good as I was on my first set, but I'm pretty damn near it. It's like not too much to where I forget my warm-up or my muscle memory of the set that I had started with, but it's not too little to where I'm like too sore to get all the reps out I need. Where was I talking about? I forgot. Cookie night. Oh, fuck. Thinking if I can get that landscaping job done early tomorrow, I might like go while it's still light out. I've never really done that. I always go when it's dark. I'd say back in high school when I lifted, it was nice lifting while it was light out. Sometimes I'd get to see when it would turn dark, saw a cool sunset after the lift. That's it. There's no like inherently good time to lift. I don't know. Some people like lifting before they go to sleep. Maybe it makes their sleep better. I know it makes showers feel better. Holy fuck, hot water on your big juicy muscles, on point. If you're gonna, I say as long as you're getting the lift in, and it doesn't have to be like a 3-hour lift. People like get that wrong all the time. Like for example, I was only in there for like 2 hours, hour and a half, something like that. I wasn't really looking at the time, but you get what I'm saying. It was a solid lift too. Like I wasn't goofing around. I was goofing around, but like not a ton. I definitely goof around more when I got a homie there, but it's a lot more fun. I'm there for longer though. Gotta send something kind of sad. Another thing I've been thinking, like, if you got a muscle you want to grow, and it's like, let's say it's leg day, right? I don't think, like, if it's leg day and I want to grow biceps, I'm not dedicating, like, 3 exercises to biceps. But if you finish your leg day, and you got, like, a tiny bit of energy and a tiny bit of time left, hit, like, 1 or 2 sets of, like, traditional curls, whatever you need. Not a ton of weight. Don't strain yourself. It's not like a PR set. It's not like a rep range PR set. But it is, like, deplete the rest of that energy if you have to. Especially if you're cutting. If you're cutting, you want to get rid of that glycogen. You don't want to replenish it after your workout. You want to let it like use ATP out of your system. Adenosine triphosphate. I don't know if I said that right. You want to let the energy burn out so your body is forced to use like fat to make more. That does not mean starve yourself. Don't fucking starve yourself. I've been there. Don't do that. It's not good. Hit your calories. Like, even if it's just 1,500, you gotta eat or you're not gonna gain anything. And that means muscle. If you're a girl and you're trying to get the fatty, I don't know. Eat. You have to eat. I don't care if you look disgusting doing it. I don't care if you have to wait until you get home. I don't care. I do care if you have to miss sleep. Definitely prioritize sleep. Eat. Always. All right, we're back. Solid. Oh, kind of got far forward there. Oh man, I like looking at a full tank of gas. Anyway, peanut butter toast, eat it. Fucking bread. I don't care if it's like a whole fucking slice of bread. That's a lot of carbohydrates if you're cutting, but still, eat that shit. You have to eat or you're not gonna gain anything. And that, like, for the people out there who are trying to gain muscle, you have to, even if you're cutting, eat enough to fuel muscle synthesis. And you're gonna need the different, there's the 9 essential amino acids, and there's like a total of 11, I think. But your body produces a couple of them naturally, so you don't need to get all of them. But you get those 9 essential amino acids from different foods. It's kind of like putting like one of those blocks together for people who have OCD. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you put those together, it makes a protein molecule. And that protein molecule, you know, it's solid. You don't always have to just eat protein. I'd say if you're dieting, definitely, okay, how's it going? Think about what you're putting in your body. And that doesn't mean like track every calorie, even though you should. Maybe not. Like, track meals, raise your calories, that kind of stuff. But, you know, just definitely be aware of like the kind of stuff you're putting into your body. Don't buy into superstition. I wouldn't get too bent out of shape about like tying your stuff. You know, if you got white fingernails, eat some zinc. You got stiffy joints, eat some potassium. Outside of those written natures and like the minerals and stuff and knowing what they do, don't worry too much about your nutrition. It's pretty simple. You want to cut out sugars, work hard. You want to bulk? Well, there's 2 ways to go about that. Eat everything or eat the sexy stuff. Alright, I'm going home. See ya.